Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. We are about to dive into a 5-part series on how to make simple stacked boutique style hair bows. There's not going to be too much as far as embellishments going on with these hair bows. Like I said, they're going to be simple stacked bows, meaning they are going to have a base bow, spikes, surround a bow, and a topper. And we are about to get started with part 1, which includes the twisted boutique style bow. Hope you enjoy. Alright, first up we're going to be doing the twisted boutique bow with 7/8 inch ribbon. This is like a burgundy red color. I have 18 inches and again it's 7/8 inch in width, and we are going to be hand folding this particular bow. Alright, so you want to come over here to the end and we're going to form a loop, and it's up to you of how wide you want your loops to be. There's the first loop, and you got a little tail hanging right here over the top, and then you've got a long tail under. Now you're going to take this long tail and you're going to come over and cross that first loop with another loop. Alright, so here's the tail. We're going to bring it up and over. And you want to make sure when you do that that both loops are about the same width. You want them even. Alright, so you can play around with those. Now your tail is going to be at the end, and you're going to take this and we're going to form a third loop. We're going to take the ribbon, form the loop, and we're going to tuck it right here. So you've got your tail right there. You can put it over, or you can put it under that tail, but it's going to be right there under that first loop that we made. Alright, and again you want to adjust your loops and make sure they are even, and then you're going to take the remaining tail and you're going to form a loop, and you're going to kind of twist it and come up. So you're going to take it and twist this way, and your tail is now going to be at the top, and you will have 4 loops. And now what I do, see that tail right there? What I do is I just take it and I twist it where that tail is on the bottom, and here is where I play around and make sure everything is even, and then we can crease it. Alright, let's try that one more time. Okay, now we are ready to crease the bow. Now you're just going to come to the center. You want to make sure it's the center, and I'm just going to fold, and then I'm going to hold it, and I'm going to take my needle with thread, and I'm using an upholstery thread, and I'm going to go right here in the center. Poke it through. This is a pretty big needle, so it's going to take a minute. There we go. Alright, and then I'm going to wrap right here in the middle. Wrap it a few times, and then we're going to come back here, and we're just going to secure that to the back. Should have got a smaller needle. Alright, and then we can clip, and then I like to tie this just in case. Just in case. That's what we're doing. And then we can fix our loops and do some heat sealing. Alright, now here is where we get to play with the loops again, and you'll want to make sure they're all loopy and your tails are where you want them. Just tug on your loops. You can take your fingers and kind of pull them, and don't worry about it coming apart because we did sew it. and make it look like a bow. Alright, I'm gonna trim up these ends again, and I'm gonna heat seal. Let's trim up this thread too. Alright, and don't forget to heat seal the ribbon on the back. I'm just going to trim it just a little bit and heat seal it. You want to heat seal all of your ribbon ends. Alright, so I'm just going to tug on it some more, and then I'm going to spray it. And once you spray it, your loops will stay. Alright, it's hard to get a good shot of the bow the way my camera is angled, but here is the twisted boutique bow with the hand folded method. So I'm just going to set this over to the side, and I'm going to spray it, and then we'll work on the next bow. Okay, now we're going to be working with the figure 8 method, and I am using 2 pieces of 7/8 inch ribbon. I'm using this cute red on red print, so you can see the darker red. And again, I've got 2 pieces, and they both measure 16 inches in length. Alright, so I take them, the non-printed sides, and I put them together where you see a printed side on both sides. And I'm going to heat seal both ends, so I won't have to do that later. Alright, again, 16 inches. Alright, so now I'm going to take the full 16 inches, I'm going to fold it in half, and I'm going to crease right here in the middle. And I like to take my lighter and run it along and kind of pinch it. That way you can see where the middle is. You probably can't see it, but believe me, you can see it if you are making your own bow. I don't know, can you? Yeah, you can see it a little bit. Alright, so that is the center. Alright, we are going to take the top. We're going to work with the top first, and we are going to form like a awareness ribbon. See, that looks like an awareness ribbon. Kind of also looks like a racetrack. Alright, so you're going to want to hold your ribbon in the middle, right where your crease is, and you're going to take your top half up here and hold them both together, and we're going to come around, and I like to put my ribbon right above that crease line, but not too much over the edge. Of course, you can put it over the edge, but right there at the top of your crease line, that's where our first little awareness ribbon is going to go. Alright, so hold that. You can also use a alligator clip to pinch it together if you need some additional hands. Alright, so now we're going to take the bottom, and we are going to come up and form another awareness ribbon, and you're going to overlap, see the center here, you're going to overlap that tail, and see my crease, I'm going to overlap it just a bit. You want the same amount hanging off as is over here. Alright, so I'm going to overlap them together. And now it resembles a racetrack. Alright, so you can twist it around and play with it if it does not look even. Get over there. Alright, so now we're going to take this side over here, and we're going to bring it to the center where your finger is. Just lift up, come over, and press down right there in the middle. And we've got 2 loops. Alright, so let's do that. We're going to do that again. Alright, so here it is. We're just going to bring it up and push it down. Right there in the center. Make sure it's in the center, and then you can kind of adjust that. Alright, so there is the first 2 loops. Alright, so you want to do the exact Same thing to the other side. Bring it up, push it over, and press it down. And then we have 4 loops, but this is the back. And what I like to do with the back, I like to press these 2 pieces right on top of the other, so everything is straight. See that? Does that make sense? All right, now flip it over and you have all of your loops, and we can crease it. Okay, so let's do that again. Fold it in the middle, find your middle, don't lose your middle. Put that down, working at the top. We're gonna bring it up and over, and remember right there above the crease. All right, first little awareness ribbon. Now we're gonna work with the bottom. We're gonna bring it up and over and overlap it just a little bit. And there is our racetrack. There it is. There it is. Now, just gonna hold the middle and we're gonna form our loops. Here we go. Push it down right there in the center. You've got 2 loops. Do the exact same thing to the other side. And then I like to just see how they are. They're not lined up. See this, here's one loop and then here's the other. I just like to push them together where they are lined up like that. You don't have to. All right, and then just flip it over and we have a cute little twisted boutique bow. The last twisted boutique bow we're going to be making is, I don't even know what this one is called. It's what I call the easy one. Seriously, I don't even remember what it was called in the original video. I'll have to go back and check. But anyways, this is what I call the easy way. All right, so I've got 2 pieces and we're going to use a 1.5 inch with a ribbon, and I've got a pink and a shocking pink, and both piece measures 14 inches in length. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to heat seal all 4 ends. Okay, now I'm going to take one piece and I'm going to form a circle. See, a circle. But I'm just going to slightly overlap the ends, just slightly overlap, and I'm going to glue them down. Now you can use your glue gun or you can use a fabric fusion, whatever you prefer, but for the sake of the video I'm going to be using my glue gun, and I should have plugged up the fine point. I said that in the last video, but I didn't. Alright, so I'm just going to put just a line of hot glue. That was a little more than I'd wanted. Alright, and I'm going to form a circle, make sure everything's straight, and just slightly overlap the 2 ends. Alright, see, we got a circle. That was very easy. All right, do the exact same thing to your other ribbon. All right, got my glue gun. All right, just a little bit. Why is it coming out so heavy? Ah, fell. All right, put it together. We're gonna make it work. Slightly overlap. All right, there we go. Mistakes were made. All right, another circle. All right, so you're gonna take your 2 circle pieces and you're gonna find where you glued those ends together. And I'm gonna put the shocking pink on top. You wanna line them up just like that. We're actually gonna glue these 2 pieces together. So I do need this glue gun. Y'all, I'm about to plug up my fine tip in just a second. All right, so I put the glue down. Gonna line that up with my other ribbon. All right, see, they're straight right there. All right, and then you can put the shocking pink over the light pink. All right, so now we are going to take where we glued everything and we're gonna put that on the bottom right here on my cutting board, and I'm just gonna put my finger or my thumb there. All right, I'm gonna take the pieces and undo them. See, you've got a shocking pink on one side and then the pink on the other side. All right, so I'm gonna take the pink and I'm going to twist it. See, here's the pink. I'm going to twist, just give it a twist, and then press it down where you form 2 loops. Like that. You can't see it because that's in the way. Alright, so here it is. The pink. Twist with your hand. You want to hold the top right here. You want to twist and then push it the middle to the middle. And then you'll have 2 loops. Alright, now you're going to take the other ribbon that's on top and you're going to twist the opposite way. So if I went down, I'm going to now go up with my loops. So twist and then press in the middle. Alright, and you will see that you now have 4 loops. That one's a little bit loopy. It needs to be sprayed. This is some big ribbon. Alright, let's do it all again. Alright, I'm just going to put everything together. There is the ugly ends that we glued together. Press them down on your table. Undo both of your ends. You want to have your finger in the middle or your thumb, whatever. Now you're going to take this piece and twist and press in the middle. See? We got, yeah, this is in my way. Alright, so, alright, let's do that again. Alright, so you want to take your ends here that we glued, the ugly part, and you want to put it on your table. Hold your thumb there. Then you can undo your pieces of ribbon like that. Now you can take this one and we're going to twist it that way. Twist and push down. We're going to form like your loops. See, there's your loops. Alright, now you're going to take this other piece and you're going to go the opposite way. So if we went up, now we're going to go twist down. And we're going to just hold it right there in the center. And we have 4 loops. 4 loops. Alright, now all we have to do is, want to make sure everything's even. So you can adjust your loops. And this is the back. See, it's lined up just like the figure 8 method. Alright, and now I'm just going to crease. Try to do a 3-fold crease here. It's kind of hard if you hot glue, but we make it work. There we go, and you'll just want to secure the middle with your thread. Or you can sew it. You can take your needle and thread and just sew the middle. You don't even have to do a 3-fold. You can do just a single fold. Just push down and back, however you want to. All right, so I'm going to do that, and then we'll be finished. Alright, I just shared with you 3 different ways to make the Twisted Boutique bow, and I go through phases about every 6 months or so on which is my favorite style and way to make them, and currently the easy way is my favorite. I just like how the loops are. They're different from the loopier loop when you make it the figure 8 method or the hand folded method, and I used to just strictly love a loopy loop bow, but the easy way, the loops are not, they're loopy, but they have angles, they have, I don't know, it's hard to explain unless you actually make the bow, but they each have these little points to the loops, and I just like how that looks. So that's the one that I'm liking now. Of course, next month it might change again, but yeah. All right, so we're gonna make one more, and I'm gonna be using this purple with silver detail. It's a 7/8 inch ribbon, and then we will have all 4 Twisted Boutique bow parts that we need for the 3 bows that we're working on. And if you would like to see the next step, which we will be working on spikes, stay tuned for the next video. But like I said, I'm going to go ahead and fold another Twisted Boutique bow, and then we're going to spray these. But definitely check out the next video if you are following along and you want to make a simple stacked bow. I will see you in the next video.